Evening, Mr. Monson. You understand you're trespassing right now, right?
I have an easement with the previous owner of your property.
Previous being the operative word. Who's this?
Just a guy telling you to get back in your nice truck. Go play okey dickhead somewhere else.
Hey, Carl. It looks like Mr. Monson hired some muscle.
Looks that way.
He's a friend of mine.
Friend with a big mouth.
I hear that a lot.
And you probably hear this too.
More than I'd like.
And you know the drill. I'm gonna count to 3, and you're gonna start walking away.
I got rights to this one.
1.
I have a lawyer now.
2.
3.
You all right, boss?
You know the drill. Get the hell out of here.
So welcome along to another one of my reviews. Today I'll be reviewing Logan, starring Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Boyd Holbrook, and directed by James Mangold. James Mangold also directed the 2013 film The Wolverine. I have to say, this film was fantastic. I was really looking forward to it. My expectations were quite high. As you've probably seen, it was on my list of anticipated films for this year, and it did not disappoint. It really delivered. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so I won't be going to in-depth analysis of the story and what happened and who did what. It'll only be a brief review of what I enjoyed and why it was so goddamn good. The acting. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart just knocked it out of the park. I mean, they've been playing these characters for years now, so they have it down to a T, but they really took it to the next level with this. These characters are not what we're used to seeing them like. They've been beaten up by life, they're at the end of their tether, they're coming to the end of the road. Both Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart really own the roles. Now, they've been playing these roles since the late 90s, so they're very used to the roles, but they really brought something extra this time. I also thought Boyd Holbrook gave a great performance as the antagonist. Now, the film was very rough and raw and brutal and violent, but it also had humour in just the right places. There'd be the odd joke or just the subtle look, and it was just perfectly placed. The film felt more real than any of the previous X-Men films. It felt like you were watching like a real film as opposed to a comic book film. Like you're following a story about these characters and you're invested in the story of these characters. It felt like a proper grown-up film. Like it was really violent and rough, but violent and rough where it needed to be violent. Not just violence for violence sake. Like Wolverine is a violent character, so it needed a violent film to portray that. It's a film that could very much stand on its own merit. Yes, it was an X-Men film, but at the same time it was Logan and Wolverine. It was about his character and his development, where he was. And it was very much, you could watch this without having to have seen any of the previous X-Men films. Although it did give references and nods to other films and other franchise and comic book, which gave credit to fans in that. But as a genuine film fan, this is a film you could actually go in, watch and enjoy. The lighting and cinematography really supported the story and also supported the characters where they were in life. Like it was a very kind of rustic, rough, beaten up kind of world. Wouldn't say dystopian, but you know, less than polished and less than shiny like some of the previous X-Men films. Gave a very kind of glossy, perfected look about the world. This was rough, raw, beaten up, and it was very much in line with where Logan and Xavier were in their lives. They've been beaten up by life, and things have happened, and they've been weathered by the decisions they've made or the things they've done and the things that have happened to them. And this was very much reflective in the surroundings about where they were in the desert or the woods or town. It was just very, it was rough. It's just a rough film, and as I said, the cinematography and lighting, it just very much reflected that. The film wasn't all dark and gloomy. As I said, it did have humour in just the right places, like the subtle looks, or there might be just a slight action that you may or may not notice, but really helped deliver and give kind of weight to the film. So as I said, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was very good. So I'm very happy that this film did not suck. So thanks again for taking the time to watch one of my reviews. If you did like the video, I'd very much appreciate it if you clicked like below. And if you do want to keep up to date with any more videos that I release or reviews, just click below to subscribe. And I'll catch you again for the next review. Cheers.